Welcome to the Workforce Show's Young Professionals podcast series.
I am very pleased to welcome you here for the second interview. You will. We'll see if we can make this happen. I am welcoming Jenna Follin, who is a recent graduate. Well, she is officially a graduate of Chestertown in Washington College in Chestertown, Maryland. But she has the commencement ceremony in October. Anybody who hasn't been affected by the virus and subsequently the pandemonium of protests is, where are you? I don't know. I can't imagine you're not affected by it in some way or another. But I wanted Jenna to take us through her process, what she's done so far in her job hunting, and give some advice. And we're going to track her through this experience when she gets her first job and through her first job. But I think this will be a great learning experience for everybody who's listening and everybody who wants to know how one person has gone through the job search. Now, Jenna, I have to tell people a disclaimer. Jenna has been my intern for a few months, and I'm absolutely can't say enough about her. She is wonderful. She's so talented, and so I'm going to wave her off, and she's going to getting a job. So, Jenna, can you first of all tell us why you chose Washington College and a little bit about your background?
Yeah, Washington College is actually not far from where I live at home. I liked that it was a smaller liberal arts school. The average class size is about 14 students. So when you go there, you really get to know people, not just, acquaintances. You know your professors, and you can go meet with them one-on-one. They can help you. In class, you actually have to do your work and know what you're talking about. You can't just hide in the back of the lecture hall. So it's might be something that most college students would be scared of, but in the end that helps you, because then you're actually going along with everything you're supposed to be learning, and you really dive a little bit deeper into it, I guess, just because you're in that smaller classroom environment. You really have a lot of discussion-based classes. And so that's something that really stood out to me when I was touring there. Also, the campus is just really pretty, so I like that too.
Yeah, it's pretty. I know that campus, and it's very pretty.
Yeah, so it's something that really stuck out to me on my visit there. It really stood out to me over any other university.
So you majored in what?
I did. I started out as business management and French, and then when the communications and media studies program was implemented in my sophomore year, I decided to do business management and communications and media studies.
And you're a master of all of them, supposedly. Do you have, in the curriculum, did you have any technology courses, any IT, et cetera?
I wouldn't say heavy IT, but we did have management information systems and how to implement technology into management, things like that.
Yeah, because I want everybody to realize that they don't have to be a technology major, a computer science major, and go for one of those exclusive jobs that have a career path and to quantum physics. But you have to have some knowledge of how technology affects your business. So while we're on the topic, how do you use technology in the broad range of your business? Do you know?
Yeah, so even though I didn't necessarily have classes in high-tech areas of business, I still did work in sort of technology-based areas. I've had a few SEO internships, and so that's learning to work with analytics programs like Google Analytics, Google Data Studio, SEMrush, stuff like that. Learning how to put together presentations based on the data that you find, things like that. So even like I said, even though I didn't go to school, I didn't have a class in SEO really, it's something that having a business degree opened me up to, and I saw that was something that I liked to do, even though I didn't necessarily want to major in tech. It's something that still is a good opportunity for me and something that I still want to do, even though, like I said, I didn't take it in school.
Mm-hmm. I just recently had a conversation with a woman who was a young woman who majored in, I know, Spanish or something like that, and she now works full time in data science, data analytics.
Wow.
Because she likes the idea of working with facts and working with numbers and pulling it together. So you have the whole world in front of you, right? So as you begin this journey, and besides yelling help, as you begin this journey, what occupations are you considering?
So I'm not going to limit myself too much as I'm starting out. I'm keeping it pretty broad. I've considered anything in analytics, marketing, market research, even management consulting. Specifically, I would like to do SEO. It's just a matter of finding an opportunity where I want to move to, but that's ultimately what I have a good chunk of experience in. So anything in that field, really.
What does that explain to the listeners what SEO is?
Oh, search engine optimization. So you can do either organic or paid. So it's learning to work with how to get websites to rank higher in search, whether you're paying for promotion or not, how to make sure that the algorithm's working properly and that your page is showing up, making it easier for the user to, user experience so that people aren't frustrated while using your website, things like that.
I know a lot of people who do that, and it's very exciting. It's a lucrative career, and so. But back to you in your future. What have you had any experience? Have you done anything to prepare you for your career?
Yeah, I've had a few experiences where I've been out on my own. Honestly, every internship experience I've had has in some way prepared me for life after college. My first big thing that I did summer after my sophomore year, I had a sales internship where I moved in an apartment because it was too far to commute. And I didn't know at the time that it was door-to-door sales. So it was 100% commission, and I was on my own, completely had to pay my own bills. So that really prepared me for this is what it would be like if I had graduated and gotten this job. Like, it was 3 months of intense, survival skills. I did make money, but it was not easy. I really had to work at it. It was intense training every single day, 6 days a week. I mean, it was intense.
You were trained, or did you train yourself?
Both. I was trained at first, and then they teach you how to train more people. So at one point, I was someone's kind of manager. I was interviewing people and recruiting for them. Yeah. So it was an experience of being the person who's being recruited, the new start, and then turning into almost a manager and being responsible for other people. Is really eye-opening to be an intern, but also be someone's manager. It's kind of strange. And then also similar situation, I studied abroad in France for a semester. So in many ways, even though we have technology, in many ways I was still cut off. There's a time difference. So I really had to make sure that I, found where to eat and where to go and how to survive while I was in a foreign country by myself. So again, that was something that kind of prepared me for life on my own. And then my most recent internship was my junior year, where I did SEO. So that then introduced me to those tech skills that I hadn't really got my hands on before. Most of my skills before then had been customer service and sales, more people business. And then this was the first internship where I got a taste of what it would be like to do some analytics, and I really liked that. So that kind of helped divert me on the path I wanted to go towards in terms of career. So I feel like I've been prepped in a number of ways for life after college.
Including the work that you're doing for me, which is a generalist role as well. It seems to me, though, that surprises me, because we're in DC, where everybody who's a communications major is working for, I mean, this is an exaggeration, obviously, is working as a public spokesperson for the organization in the media. So they're on television, or they're giving reports, or they're giving whatever away. And so I'm surprised that you didn't mention that. You want to work more substantively in the field.
Yeah, public speaking is something that I can do. It's just, it is really nerve-wracking for me. I have to really prep myself up to do it. So I don't know if that type of job would be for me. I think if I was in a situation where I had to do it, I could, but it just wouldn't be my first option. I definitely liked doing, like I said, I like working with numbers and research. I really enjoyed doing my senior thesis. It's just interesting to go out and do interviews or surveys and make sense of what you get back and be able to explain it to other people. I like that process.
You don't want to be labeled, but you are an introvert, you said.
Basically.
Basically. So that is more comfortable for an introvert than out there raising the flag for somebody else or some company as well.
I mean, there's times I've had to break out of my shell. Like when I was doing sales, you can't be an introvert and do sales. So I really had to learn how to be an extrovert there and get that done.
Come back and you're very tired at the end of the day.
Yeah, I was exhausted every day. But,
no, that's important for people to recognize that some jobs require an outward leaning personality. And if you take a job because you want to or you have to, and you have that work, oftentimes you're tired when you come home because so much of your energy has gone there. But on the other hand, you can be an introvert and they're easily adaptable to other jobs as well. So now that you've graduated, by the way, again, your actual commencement is October. Mm-hmm. By that time she will be employed and that will be it. But so what are you doing specifically to look for a job right now?
Yeah. So I have been holding off for a while because I've noticed that if you search too far in advance, it's the employers tend to want someone more immediately. So I'm going to pick up my job search again by pretty soon, probably by the end of June and July. I'm trying to have a job by August because that's when I'm moving with some of my friends to Philadelphia. So I'm hoping to have something secured by at least August, September at the latest. And I've mostly been using LinkedIn to find job openings, whether that means applying through LinkedIn or going to the website or something like that. Reaching out to alum. I'm going to start, I had a list provided to me from our school's career center, so I'm going to take that list and try and reach out to some alum for some informational interviews, maybe ask them how they got where they are currently or what they like or don't like about their current roles. And hopefully I can narrow that down somewhere, either in Philadelphia or I found that Wilmington's not far either. So somewhere in that area.
Where you're going to live in downtown Philadelphia?
Not completely sure yet, but probably somewhere near Drexel. My roommate, she actually got a full ride to law school at Drexel. So
that's downtown.
Yeah.
I know Philadelphia because I'm originally from there too. So it sounds exciting. So in the search right now, you've done some searching. What have you found out from your general marketing?
So either I was applying too early and they wanted someone more immediate, or I think because of the pandemic and a large people being laid off, I've been competing with people who have 5, 10 plus years of experience in the workforce. And so a lot of the things I have gotten back were saying we're pursuing other candidates with more experience. And so even though I have a lot of internship experience, it's not the same as having professional experience. And I think I'm getting probably beat out by a lot of the people that have a little bit more experience than I do. But I'm still hopeful that eventually, if I just keep applying and applying and applying, I'll find something.
You will, I'm sure of it. So I was curious, back to the internships that you've had. A lot of times, students don't have any, they haven't had an internship at all in the public sector or in the private sector. If you were to lump all your internships together, what is the benefit of having an internship while you're in school, and what are you going to apply to after school, to job hunting into your career?
Yeah, I definitely learned a lot, especially during my last internship. I forgot to mention I worked for my school's career center as a marketing intern, and that was my boss had worked in like professional marketing agencies in New York her whole life. So she ran it almost like that, where she got me used to working in a team environment, but also having my own individual responsibilities and really introducing me to what it would be like if I were to go into a marketing agency, whether it was SEO or anything like that, how it would generally work, how the teams function and integrate with each other, and how to have team meetings and updates every week. So I think my boss at the Career Center really helped me a lot learn what it would be like, then moving forward into a professional career, how to not just do my own individual responsibilities, but how to interact with the organization as a whole and interact with the other teams. And so I think that's something that I could use when I'm job searching. It's just saying that I know how to fully function in an organization like that.
Yeah, you're the first person I've heard explain what you got from an internship as clearly and concisely as you have. No, I can't remember. Did you have an internship, any internship that you can go back to for a full-time job?
I was about to go back to the one I had doing SEO, but because of the pandemic, they had suspended hiring. So they couldn't hire anyone.
No. Or where's that located?
In Towson, Maryland.
Okay, so now were undecided when I spoke to you earlier about where you wanted to live, but that's been decided. So
Yeah.
you can find a job in all over Conshohocken to Drexel to whatever as well. So from your experience as a job hunter, as a beginning job hunter, and as a student, as whatever, what advice can you give other students who are either planning or looking at a career, or who are launching their career? Have you learned anything that's worth sharing?
So I would say for students still in school to just get as many internship experiences as possible, even if it's just a job shadow or something really short, or even if it's unpaid. Just do it to learn the skill, have it on your resume. It just makes you more desirable and stand out compared to other kids who don't have any experiences. And it's also just preparing you. Like I said, I've had every internship has prepared me in some way for life outside of college. So it will be, whether it's paid or unpaid, a true learning experience and how to prepare for what it's going to be like when you're on your own. And then if you're starting your job search, I would say make sure you're on LinkedIn every day, even if it's just liking posts, commenting, whatever, posting your accomplishments, constantly job searching. Just be active on it, because then the algorithm will pick that up and you'll be more visible to people either just browsing on there or employers looking to hire. So I found LinkedIn has been a really useful tool to get in contact with people. So really use LinkedIn to your advantage.
Very good. I mean, you're doing one more thing for me, or a couple more things for me, and one of them is making sure we're visible on LinkedIn as well. So we're at the end of our conversation. Is there anything that you want to share or say to the listeners about where you're going and how you're going and what you've done?
I don't know, other than just I'm trying to be hopeful for the future. It's a little uncertain right now. Usually I'm moving, but I still don't have a job secured yet. But I know that no matter what happens, as long as I just put in enough effort and keep trying and trying, that it should work out. So just remember that if you're job searching, just know if you apply enough times, you will eventually get somewhere.
That is very sound advice, because a lot of people give up, or they don't even start because they feel it's useless. But those who persevere, and you're going to have to persevere a lot in your work, because there are going to be struggles, there are going to be challenges for you, and not to say as a first year worker, hey, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
But you have to persevere, and you have to have a goal in mind as well. Well, I wish you the best of luck in your job search, and I've had such a pleasure working with you. And so we will stay in touch in all this. Yeah. And so I thank you, and see you later.